John chapter 7. After this, Jesus went around in Galilee, purposely staying away from Judea because the Jews there were waiting to take his life. But when the Jewish feast of tabernacles was near, Jesus' brothers said to him, "You ought to live here and go to Judea, so that your disciples may see the miracles you do. No one who wants to become a public figure acts in secret. Since you are doing this, show yourself to the world." For this, even his own brother did not believe in him. John chapter 7, 6. Therefore Jesus told them, "The right time for me has not yet come. For you, any time is right. The world cannot hate you, but it hates me because I testify that it is evil. You go to the feast. I am not yet going to this feast, because for me the right time has not yet come." Having said this, he stayed in Galilee. However, after his brothers had left for the feast, he went also, not publicly, but in secret. Now, at the feast, the Jews were watching for him and asking, Where is that man?" Among the crowds, there was widely spread whispering about him. Someone said, "He's a good man." The others replied, "No, he deceives the people." But no one would say anything publicly about him for the fear of the Jews. Not until half through the feast did Jesus go up to the temple courts and begin to teach. The Jews were amazed and asked, How does this man get such learning without having studied?" John chapter 7, verse 16. Jesus answered, "My teaching is not my own. It comes from him who sent me. If anyone chooses to do God's will, he will find out whether my teaching comes from God or whether I speak my own. He who speaks on his own does so to gain honor for himself, but he who works for the honor of the one who sent him is a man of truth. There is nothing false about him." John chapter 7, verse 19. "Has not Moses give you the law? Yet none of you keeps the law. Why are you trying to kill me?" "You are demon-possessed," the crowd answered. "Who is trying to kill you?" Jesus said to them, John chapter 7, verse 21. "I did one miracle, and you are all astonished. Yet because Moses gave you a circumcision, though actually it did not come from Moses, but came from patriarchs, you circumcise a child on the Sabbath. Now if a child can be circumcised on the Sabbath, so that the law of Moses may not be broken, why are you angry with me for healing the whole man on the Sabbath? Stop judging my mere appearances and make the right judgment." At that point, some of the people of Jerusalem began to ask, "Is it this man they're trying to kill? Here he is, speaking publicly, and they are not saying a word to him. Have the authorities really concluded that he is the Christ? But we know where this man is from. When the Christ comes, comes, no one will know where he is from. John chapter 7 verse 28. Then Jesus, still teaching the temple, cried out, "Yes, you know me, and you know where I am from. I am not here for my own, but he who sent me is true. You do not know him, but I know him, because I am from him, and he sent me." At this they tried to seize him, but no one laid a hand on him, because his time has not yet come. Still, many in the crowd put their faith in him. They said, "When the Christ comes, will he do more miraculous signs than this man?" The Pharisees heard the crowd whispering such thing about him. Then the chief priests and the Pharisees sent temple guards to arrest him. John chapter 7 verse 33. Jesus said, "I am with you for only a short time. Then I go to the one who sent me. You will look for me, but you will not find me. And where I am, you cannot come." The Jews said to one another, "Where this man intend to go, we cannot find him. Will he go where our people live scattered among the Greeks and teach the Greeks? What did he mean when he said, 'You look for me, but you cannot find me, and where I am, you cannot come'?" On the last and greatest day of the feast, Jesus stood and said in a loud voice, John chapter 7 verse 37, "If anyone is thirsty, let him come to me and drink. Whoever believes in me, as the scriptures have said, streams of living water will flow from within him." By this he meant the Spirit, whom those who believe in him were later to receive. Up to that time, the Spirit had not been given, since Jesus had not yet been glorified. On hearing his words, some of the people said, "Surely this man is a prophet." Others said, "He is the Christ." Still others, How can the Christ come from Galilee? Does not the scriptures say that the Christ will come from David's family and from Bethlehem, the town where David lived? Thus the people were divided because of Jesus. Some wanted to seize him, but no one laid a hand on him. Finally, the temple guard went back to the chief priests and Pharisees, who asked them, Why did you not bring him in?" "No one ever spoke the way this man does," the guard declared. "You mean he has deceived you also?" The Pharisees retorted, "Has any one of the rulers or the Pharisees believed in him? No, but this mob that knows nothing of the law, there is a curse on them." Nicodemus, who had gone to Jesus earlier and who was one of their own number, asked, "Does anyone our law condemn anyone without first hearing him to find out what he is doing?" They replied, "Are you from Galilee too? Look into it. You will find that a prophet does not come out of Galilee." Thank you for listening.